game, there's always critics. And their job is to cast doubt. It started as a whisper. He can't, he's too young, he needs time. And if you listen, it becomes louder. This league is for men. Picks up steam. He's just a kid. It was 1995, and I was starting my rookie year in the NBA. The critics couldn't wait for me to fail. But in the ocean of skeptics, you only need one believer.
Kevin was 3 weeks removed from his high school prom. And while most kids were getting ready for college, he was preparing for the NBA draft, looking to become the first player in over 2 decades to jump from high school straight to the pros.
Michaela and I went and watched him work out. We went with the idea there were 4 great players in that draft. KG was the high school player, which is kind of an unknown. But you had Stackhouse, you had Rasheed Wallace, you had Joe Smith, you had McDyess. So we kind of went into seeing KG work out, telling people we're going to take this high school kid at number 5, thinking that maybe we'll kind of spur some interest and someone will gamble on him above us and we'll get one of those other 4 players. And so after we watched him work out for 5 minutes, we looked at each other and we just said, we better hope he's here at number 5.
Next up, we've got the Minnesota Timberwolves. They have the number 5 pick in the draft. What do they look for here, Hubie?
You want to get here a talent for the future, a person who has a lot of upside, a lot of potential. Do they go for Garnett?
We wanted to take him badly, but believe me, you were sitting around thinking of all the reasons you probably shouldn't.
All of a sudden, these cameras just came around me, and I was just like, what's going on? My agent at the time looked at me and said, showtime. And I was like, what?
Let's go down to the podium. The commissioner is ready with the number 5 pick in the draft.
Sweetest phrase to this day with the 5th pick in the 1995 draft.
The Minnesota Timberwolves select Kevin Garnett from Farragut Academy in Chicago.
If you see my face, I'm almost like wiping my face. I can't even, like, wow, this is surreal. This is surreal. And then the walk up there felt like somebody had picked me up and I was floating. And shook David Stern's hand, and I shook his hand so much that I was just smiling so hard that I was, that whole thing was a blur.
Ready or not? That was the big question. Why do you think you are ready for the big transition, the step from high school to the NBA?
Well, one reason I think I'm ready is because I work so hard. And I know the NBA is just another level of hard work. And I'm set for that step.
In the 6-year history of the expansion Timberwolves, the team had never had a winning record.
Minnesota trying to keep from losing 60 ball games this year for the 4th consecutive year.
And patience was running out.
I thought it was a huge gamble. This was a team that needed help quickly. And so you bring in a kid from high school when that had not been done in 20 years, and you thought, well, we're going to be waiting 4 or 5 years before Kevin Garnett is really at a point where he can help this team.
He was a skinny little kid, couldn't have weighed more than a $175 wet coming in, and he was thrown to the wolves.
Here comes Garnett. Buckle up for Garnett. This is the breakaway champ.
At the start, it appeared Garnett's critics might be right. But there were some things the critics didn't know.
Kevin had that burning desire that he was never going to fail. Other people thought that he might not make it, but there was never any doubt in his mind.
Good job, Kevin.
People thought I was going to go 3 years and be out the league, you know, or a couple years, or maybe make it here and there and be out. No, you know, they didn't know the drive that was within.
And it wasn't just the critics who were coming after him.
We beat Kevin unmercifully in practice. We took shots at him, we hit him. Never said a word. Never always picked himself up, and he played hard.
That's it good, KJ. That's it working. That's it good. That's it good, KJ.
Sam crafty, and them vets, they use a lot of fakes, a lot of patience, and they let you really kill yourself. And that used to drive me crazy.
He got beat up, he got knocked down, he got bloodied, but KG was one of those guys that never let the other person see that he got the best of him, even at that young age.
Here I come, world. Here I come.
Kevin would quickly adjust to the pro game, and at just 19 years old, he started to make his presence felt around the league.
He's doing it all. Porter back to Garnett.
Kevin Garnett has just electrified this arena.
Bobby Garnett to turn. Oh, Kevin, have mercy.
You just couldn't slow him down. He was just like an energy bunny. I mean, he was all over the place. He was excited.
Lob up top to Kevin Garnett, and the young high school phenom knocks it down. Saves it to Garnett. 2-on-1, Garnett. Oh, my goodness. High school or college, that's an NBA. Send it in.
It was fascinating to watch. You saw a star being born before your eyes.
It's just amazing that a 19-year-old kid can be this dominating.
You could see that once he learned what this league was all about, that he was going to be a special player, and it happened pretty fast.
Garnett takes it away from Elijah. You may be seeing the birth of a superstar tonight. Ready, go.
In a very short time, KG had won over his teammates and developed a special bond with veteran Sam Mitchell.
He absorbed everything. Every time you would tell him something, it's like he would look you straight in the eye. He was like, okay. And then he'd go out and do it. He got it.
Good D, man. Hey, keep him out of there.
Sam would always stay in my ear. Always stay in my ear. You want to be the best? Let me see it. You want to come in here and work hard? Are you working really hard? Are you really working hard? He stayed on my ass so much I thought he was skinned.
Kevin called me dad. We're like friends in that kind of way.
Sam Mitchell, man. It's my dad right here, though.
I wanted him to do well so bad. I started caring more about him and his basketball than I cared about my career. We're at the halfway point of the season, and I was the starter. So I walked on the court, grabbed flip, and said, Flip, I think you need to start KG. I'm not throwing in the towel. I'm gonna push this kid on, work hard every day. I said, but for us to go where we want to go, to be a playoff team one day, he's got to start.
It could be a historic night because Kevin Garnett, all 19 years, 7 months of him, is going to get his first NBA start tonight.
I made him a starter and played really well. And I can remember that when I took him out, he thanked me for starting him and playing him, you know, at that point, and basically saying you're having trust in him. And I says, well, you know, you're going to start for a long time.
Hey, Kevin, way to go, baby. These people in LA, they don't know yet. They gonna learn, yo.
Still just a teenager, Kevin would finish his rookie year as the starter. He was known as the Kid, and his boyish enthusiasm captivated the league.
My younger years, man, I actually enjoyed just being young and being a kid, man. It was just pure fun.
And KG's future now seemed unlimited.